Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is Sagittarius, June 2025. Of course, this is timeless. We're going to do a career and a love reading for you guys for June 2025. Of course, it's going to be timeless, so you can use it whenever you want. Basically, just apply it to the following month of whatever month you're at. So let's get started. Let's do Sagittarius, your career. We're going to do 3 cards for your career, get some clarifiers, and then we're going to do 3 for love and get some clarifiers. So Sagittarius, what's coming up for you in the month of June 2025 for your career? Let's do 3 for your career, please. 3 for Sagittarius, career. You know, it's funny. I have like a really optimistic, positive feeling. Like the moment that I started doing your reading and was prepping for it. I don't know why. It kind of this happy energy, kind of an excited energy. So let's see what the cards have for you. We're asking Tarot for Sagittarius's June. Okay, well, I'll take it. June 2025 reading. So let's see what you've got for the Lenormand. So we have the cross, the lilies, and then these 2 came out, which are the Rider and the Man. This is actually pretty clear. So in terms of career, if you're studying or if you're going to school or you're working towards something or you're working something and you have a boss that's sort of a masculine energy, this could obviously be specifically a man, but I see a mentorship relationship here. The lilies talk about mentorship or someone that's older than you, that's more wise, that's more experienced in what you're doing in a career reading. This, and the writer's talking about a message coming in. It's very likely that you'll be getting some kind of communication from someone else. It doesn't necessarily need to be a man, it could be a woman, but someone that's more experienced and more technically savvy in the area that you're looking at growing into. It could be, someone like a real estate agent that's older than you, that knows the ropes, that's teaching you how to deal with short sales or foreclosures or whatever. Or if you're dealing with someone that's a director of some kind of organization and you're trying to get into that organization, whether it's a nonprofit or a for-profit company or whatever that is. If it's a professor and this professor's taking you under their wing in math or science or whatever the situation is, whatever humanities course you have, whatever it is, it's someone teaching you something or helping you sort of understand. We'll get the nature of the message here soon, but it feels like maybe you'd be struggling without this person if it wasn't for this person coming in, or there's been a little bit of a struggle in the past. Maybe you felt a little bit either isolated or not really quite sure, unsure about A, your interest in whatever it is that you're doing, B, your capability, maybe questioning whether you're good enough at this or or enough about it, where you're not really on strong ground, or you don't really have strong footing on what it is that you're trying to understand, and you're not maybe grasping the concepts correctly or right away. I feel like this person comes in to help you this month. Let's get one more card. Oh my gosh, flying out. Oh my goodness, lots of strong energy. Yeah, this is, again, a male energy. This could be an Aries, possibly, or a Libra person, or something maybe happening in the time of Libra. I don't get that for Aries, but I do get some time, maybe so late September, early October, where things kind of come to a fruition. So you might be kind of starting some kind of process or mentorship relationship with this person and then growing it through the summer into fall. But it looks like you had been having a little bit of conflicting feelings about, oh, is this my passion, or is this going to pay me the amount I want, or is this going to fit my needs? Is this what I need? Is this going to satisfy my needs? Is kind of maybe what you've been kind of questioning in terms of this potential situation, whether it's work or school, whatever endeavor you're in. But this person certainly seems to be in charge and responsible for leading either a part of the organization or a program. This might be a program manager or something like that, that sort of, describes the work to you or the material to you. Or this could be, again, a professor helping you sort of with the material, or a tutor. This could be a tutor. This could be someone that has been there, done that, and is kind of helping you out. I see kind of that going in. I also see here that whatever you put in is what you get out. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with this person. So for example, if this person offered you help, and the ball is in your court to get back to them, but then it never goes anywhere, just remember that you play a role in that. You have to, like, if the ball is in your court, you have to put in your effort and you have to meet them halfway for them to continue to help you with that. Because with justice here, it's like you will be given opportunities and you will be presented opportunities along your path for this, whatever this endeavor is of yours, but you have to put in your effort and your time. And if you don't do that, things are kind of going to fall to the wayside and you're not really going to get anywhere. So it's really incumbent upon you to do the best that you can do to meet this person halfway so that you can continue to grow not only this mentorship relationship, but continue to grow in this particular area of work, of your career. Let's get 3 more clarifiers. I don't know if you've been a little bit resistant of going down this path. I feel like there's a little bit of a resistance here from you on your end of like, is this really something I want to do? Is this something that I want to invest in? Is this what's right for me? I think that you're kind of maybe thinking about like where you are in life and if you've made the right choices to get you here, and is this something else that you want to take on, or is this does this sort of deviate from the plan that you've had for your life so far? Is this something different, something new, something that's changed? And I think that it might be, and I think that that's why you're kind of struggling with, am I making this right choice? Is this what's right for me? I think this person is going to help you. Again, I think that it's incumbent upon you to do the best that you can with this Justice card, to do the best you can to see things through and to make the best use of the opportunities that are presented to you. Because again, and I see this here, there's part of you that's very like gung-ho about it. You're excited about it. You're thrilled. This is you, by the way. Fire energy. So you have Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, but this is basically your energy, right? You're gung-ho about it. And then you're like, kind of deflated. Kind of like, is this what I want though? And then this cup that's being offered to you, that's this person. This person is trying to help you, but you gotta do the work. You gotta kind of do, put in your effort. Now, if this is something that you're not really interested in, then maybe you should take a step back and reevaluate and say, oh, is this something that I actually really want? From what it seems like here, it feels like the universe, God, your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever you believe in, whatever positive energy you believe in, the act of good, the spirit of good, is helping you here. You just have to decide, A, is this for me? And B, am I willing to put in the effort that it requires of me to make this, successful? Once you kind of here's the thing, you don't have to be this full on like, boom, let's go, I got this, like I want to do this is going to be my role, right? Like I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. And you don't have to be so apathetic about it as well, like so bored, like, is this really what I want? I think there's a happy medium, there's a happy balance between the two, and I think that that's what you're going to find is really, that's where you're going to set the correct pace that's going to carry you through into making this come to fruition. Also, in time, I do see this becoming something a little bit more formal and more stable for you. So if the concern is how, like, the validity of this opportunity of like, okay, yeah, this sounds all great, but like, is it a scam, right? Or like, can this actually pay my bills? Or is this going to kind of follow through long term into like something that's actually successful that I could do for a really long time? With time and effort, I do see this coming into something more formal and more stable and more long lasting. But you got to do the work now in order to even see if this is possible. It does look possible. It does look possible for you. It just requires some work and some commitment. I'm going to say, actually, that's the word that I want to use, is commitment. Some commitment to actually dedicating the time and effort and energy into putting in the work to do this, whatever that requires. And it's going to look different for you in whatever situation you're at, right? Like scheduling the time to do it, but also energy management. But it looks good. It does look good. It does look promising long term. So good luck. Good luck, Sagittarius. That sounds good. That sounds like fun. I wonder what you're into. I'd love to know in the comments like what it is that's, that you're up to for June 2025 in the summertime. And like I said, in October, I feel like things are really going to start moving faster for you. It's all going to kind of come together at around Libra season, which I would say late September. Is that what I said? September, October. Did I say August earlier? I don't remember. Late September, early October. Whatever Libra season is. I'm not great at like the actual dates. Okay, love. Let's focus on love. So let's do 3 cards for your love, Sagittarius, for June 2025. What's happening for my Sagittariuses in June 2025? What's going on with the love department? Let's go. Oh no. Don't worry, don't freak out. Okay, I freaked out a little bit, but no, you'll be fine. Okay. Ooh, okay. One more. Okay, this one popped out first, so I'm going to put that there. Okay. Move this thing. Okay, here we go. So let's get a clarifier. 2 more, please. This one. 1 more. This one. Okay. So for love, you got the coffin for the Lenormand. You got the star and the fox. I really like this card, and it's supposed to be like a bad card and a sneaky card, because there's, in Lenormand, it's not necessarily like tarot, like where they're kind of, the energies are fluid. This is very like black or white, like you're either good card or a bad card, or mostly neutral depending on the card surrounding it. This is going to be a bad card no matter how you slice it, and we'll get to it. But I like the fox, first of all, because I think they're adorable. They're really cute. All those like Pinterest videos on like foxes. Anyway, they're really cute. But some card, but it has a history of being like a bad card. Anyway, they're very intelligent. So, the coffin is about endings, and they're not just any ending, it's a difficult ending. It's a difficult ending or a difficult transition. When we're talking about a love reading, this is a breakup. This is a breakup, this is separation, this is a divorce. This is not ghosting, because ghosting is more of like a passive aggressive, like poof, I'm gone, right? This is a very active energy in terms of impact. This is something dies. So there was a recent breakup or separation again, or divorce, or whatever it is, divorce proceedings, something related to this, but this is something ending or dying in terms of a relationship, in terms of a connection, whatever your connection looks like to you, whether it was dating casually, whether it was something more serious, whether it was a marriage or an engagement or living situation, whatever it is, something ended. However, it seems like whoever ended it, likely you, I'm gonna say, because the fox is coming up, whatever the reason, it's because one person needed to take care of themselves in order to be able to function and move forward. This could have been a very difficult situation. It could have been, I hate to use the word toxic, because I believe that all relationships have the potential to become toxic. It's dependent upon the 2 people in the relationship to make it a healthy relationship or not. And I think all relationships go through their fair share of unhealthy habits within a relationship. That doesn't necessarily make them, toxic or bad relationship. It's just a bad season of life. But in this season of life, whatever's happened here, a person needed to leave the situation in order to be healthy, in order to be okay. Maybe boundaries were being crossed. Maybe negative words were being exchanged or expressed. There was some kind of negative cycle that was happening in this relationship where one person had to step in and say, no, I got to take care of myself. And in order for me to take care of myself, I need to go. When this person did that, they aligned themselves with their path. They aligned both people with where they needed to go and what needed to happen for both people to be able to be in a better space. I can't see in a June, in a 1 month reading, June 2025, what that means for you guys, if you guys are planning on getting back together or not, working things out. This isn't going to tell you this, and also it's a general reading. You guys might want to consider doing a private reading, something more specific to you. But I will say, so I can't see that right now, but I can see that whatever the silver lining is here, and I want you to understand this really, really truthfully to your heart's core, is that whatever break happened here was for the best of the 2 of you. This may be a break, this may be a breakup. It may be a temporary separation. It may, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think either of you know what's going to happen, because I think both people need to decide what they do with this opportunity of alignment. But I do want you to know and understand that whatever it is that you did was in the best interest of both of you involved, or anybody else that was involved as well, that's kind of on the periphery of this, that's being impacted and affected by it as well. Okay? So if this person broke up with you, they did it for the best, and it is for the best for both of you. If you did it to this person, know and trust in your heart that you did the right thing, at least for now. Okay? So have that peace of mind. So let's go into the clarifiers. There may be children involved. His, hers, yours, whoever's. There may be children involved. I think that you've had to be very strong in the past. It's possible you guys have tried to make it work for a very long time. So you've kind of had to really invoke your inner strength and your inner power and say, I think you've had to put your needs aside for a very long time in order to stay in this connection. I think you put other people's needs, this person or some other people's needs, whatever it is, above yours. And I think in time, you're slowly going to be gaining a little bit more of that empowerment back of like, you know what? These are my needs and this is what I need. And it's not even just about wants, because I feel like wants is like a level up, right? From needs. You're not even there. You've been sacrificing so much of yourself to meet other people's needs or wants or expectations that your needs have kind of fallen to the wayside. And with this realignment, this boom that happened, this coffin of this thing that died or is dying, it's this opportunity as well. The universe, God, like I said, whoever, whatever big higher power it is that you believe in, it was them giving you this opportunity to gain that power back, that self-power, that self-love, that self-respect, and that that self-worth, maybe even. It's going to be a long process. It's been a long process already, I think, because that's what it feels like here. But I think that you're on the right track. So let's see 3 more clarifiers. I think if I want to sound super cliche, I'm going to say your path to healing, right? Like through this situation, it will take time and it requires patience, but I think you're on the right track. And I feel like you're probably feeling like you're starting to gain some momentum, or you will be starting to feel like you're gaining momentum on it and more self-assuredness as time passes, if you haven't already. Certainly in the month of June, I think that that's probably the message, is that June you'll be feeling better and more empowered than you were probably in May. Okay, so let's get 3 more clarifiers. Sagittarius, love, June 2025. Okay, 1 more. Look at that. Page of Wands, right? Page of Wands, Page of Wands. I think there are children involved. If there's no kids involved for whatever reason, this could talk about, I hate to use the word inner child because it sounds so like, oh, your inner child and healing your inner child. But it is oftentimes right. It is true. It's things that you learned as a kid, skills, habits that you learned as a kid to survive in your household or in your school, or if you were bullied at school, like you have these survival skills, right? And it feels like a lot of that is kind of coming back, and that might have been impacting this relationship as well. Might have been their stuff or your stuff from childhood that you guys learned that has been habitual throughout your adulthood, that now is impacting the way that you guys are interacting in romantic relationships. Again, kids can be involved. So it's, in either case, it's either you guys as kids, right? Or there's actual children involved. Interesting. You got this for career, right? You got the Queen of Wands for career. Now you're getting it. Something tells me you feel like you're stronger when you're in your work element than you do in relationships. There's something about like you thriving in a workplace environment in a way that you're not able, or you haven't to date been able to thrive in your romantic relationships, or romantic, romantic relationships. It hasn't been that kind of dynamic before. You're going to start to feel that more in June 2025 and moving forward, just whatever the situation is. You're going to start to feel that more, that strength, that confidence, that sort of like security in who you are, what your role and what you're able to do and what you're able to doing that, drawing that line in the sand and like being more clear about your boundaries. It's going to happen a lot faster than you think. I got that from here. I know there's a little bit of a waiting time and waiting period and like healing, because of course all healing takes time, right? It takes time and effort. But I think it comes quicker than you believe it will. Now, what is it? Don't watch paint dry, right? Or what is it? What is it that they say? I forget what they say about like don't wait for water to boil. Is that what it is? Don't watch water boil, something like that. The point is that don't like wait for something purposely, because it takes longer that way. So don't like wait for your healing to like, okay, am I ready? Am I ready now? Am I ready today? You know what I mean? Because especially with Sagittarius energy, like you want things like yesterday, right? But just be patient with yourself. Know that you're on the right track. Know that you made the correct decisions, because I am telling you, like I said, in your heart of hearts, I think you know this already, that you made the right choice. I don't think you wanted to do it. I don't think that that's something that you were like, this isn't a situation where you're like, next. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're dating someone and you're like, ew, no, I'm not going to do this. Like I'm done. Bye. Next. That is not the situation. You did not want to leave, or this person did not want to leave. But what happened was best for the both of you. It had to happen. It needed to happen. And so, but just be patient with yourself. It'll come, it'll be there. You will regain your strength. You will be able to sort of manage some of the situation's aftermath and the toll that it took on you. It will be a period of healing. There will be better. June will welcome a nicer time for you. And you will start to feel better. This is such a beautiful card, you guys. I'm sorry. The 8 of Wands is so underrated because it's just wands, and they always say communication, right? Like it's communication. It's momentum. It's momentum. It is that oomph that you feel in your gut when you're excited about something and you want to move forward with it. I feel as time passes that you're going to start to regain that thing, that fire inside of you that drives you, both in work and in relationships, just as a whole. And this isn't like you moving on to something, someone else. This is you getting a stronger sense for yourself at where you're at now, because time may have passed with this person, and this relationship feels like whatever it is that you had going on changed you probably for the better, even though it doesn't feel like that, but it probably changed you in some ways. But now that you're out of this relationship, it's about finding yourself to some degree again, but finding yourself now, who you are now, and not sort of stepping back and saying, oh, I'll just go back to the person I was before I started dating this person. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for you guys. June looks like it's going to be a big, bright, beautiful month of healing. So just be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself, hot chocolate when you want it, or whatever it is that you need to feel better. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Talk to you later. Bye guys.